Okay, it's coming back up.
Okay, never mind.
Alright, it should be working.
Stream appears to be up. Can hear my voice, so now my whole body is cringing. You know, that's normal.
Yes, hello, hi. We're here. We're back for a mystical surprise Library of Ruina stream where we will be going through all of the Gebura scenes. I'm so excited. We're all on a little bit of a hard time limit today, so I'm just gonna jump right into our stream info. How about?
Sounds good.
Hello and welcome to Library of Ruina Story Time. This is not a blind playthrough. Here's my notes. It's not a speedrun, it's not a challenge run, and it's not a walkthrough. The point of this stream is for me and my friends to voice act the various characters for funsies. We are all amateur character voice actors, and we love Project Moon games, so we thought it would be fun. For convenience and ease of viewing, we will be using the NoGrind mod to grant infinite copies of any books obtained legitimately in combat. No other mods are in use. Now, if you see this stream and you haven't played Library of Ruina and you want to, I don't recommend using NoGrind for your first playthrough, as repeating some battles is part of the intended experience. My co-host Skern and I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself shortly, have completed Ruina several times, but not everybody who's here with us has, and not everyone in chat might have completed it. So, please avoid spoilers in chat. You can make some jokes or some references or some allusions. That'll be fun, but don't go too far. We'll know that you did. Additionally, this game includes several trigger warnings, such as self-harm, suicide, mental distress, violence against children, toxic relationships, religious trauma, and basically every type of horror. In today's stream in particular, there is going to be some body horror and a whole lot of violence. If any of these things would be triggering to you, feel free to skip this stream. I promise none of us will be upset. Your mental health is important.
If I may add a caveat to our trigger warnings this time, vor.
Oh yeah, there is some vor.
There sure is.
There's a surprising amount of vor, actually.
So, you're not into that? Like I am not into that? Just be aware.
Nom 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 nom.
Thanks, Puma.
You're welcome. I have two friends with me here today who will be helping me voice the staggering number of characters who we're going to see throughout these scenes. I have my co-host.
Hi, I'm the permanent co-host. Whoever introduces the co-host. My name is Skern. Gender fluid. She, her. She, her, he, him. I don't care which. Yeah, I'm usually Angela, but I don't think Angela has a lot of scenes for a bit. So I'm great.
Wow-ee. And of course, the illustrious Gebura.
Hi, that's me. Hello. I, too, am a beautiful red-haired woman with a giant sword from a eldritch horror abomination. My name's Mega. She, her.
It's gonna be like, Gebura, what are your pronouns?
I also have to throw this out here. I believe you're actually a small pink bat pig thing.
That's fair. Actually, I am a liar. I'm actually a tiny pink bat.
Whoa.
That had terrible luck last week.
Well, I have to beat up a werewolf, so we can chat for a little bit while I'm doing that, and then we'll have a story scene.
Remind us what chapter we should have open so we can glance over it to know what I need to do.
I think it's Gebura 2.
We have not done Gebura.
No, this combat is going to be laughably easy because I've got mid to late Star of the City cards. Also, look at how cute he is! Don't you just want him to devour your flesh?
Yeah, I want to confirm. I don't even need to be here from what I'm seeing. I'm support.
still find it absolutely hilarious that Navali is on the same level with Artorias.
Oh, they're fighting all the time.
She definitely hates it. Forgive me if you hear my dog in the background.
I think I really don't exist until the realization.
You can give some insightful commentary.
Allow me to give the most insightful commentary I can. Gebura is attractive.
Whoa! I almost feel bad for Big and Will Be Bad Wolf here.
He's a vor monster. I don't. He deserves the horrible death that's happening to him, including a red mist Gebura that you're definitely not supposed to have when you're doing this stuff.
I think I agree with Red Hood here about hunting down Big Wolf.
Wow.
Oh, we must be on episode 3 because Red Riding Hood was episode 2.
Okay. This is persecution.
Episode 1 is the introduction. Yeah, that's my contribution to this stream. I'm here to make sure we're on track and know what we have to open up in the background.
Thank you, Skern.
Whoa. I call all the random people in the realization. There's like 4. They each have like 1 line.
Yeah, and they're mostly, ah!
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, Gebura took damage.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I mean, she immediately healed it with Health Hauler, but...
I guess Gebura was just getting bored.
Okay, time to be Roland.
Episode 3.
I believe it's episode 3, yes.
Okay. Yes.
What are you up to? Meditation?
Nothing. Just taking a break with my eyes closed.
I'll leave the books in the usual spot and be on my way then. Seems like I shouldn't be disturbing you.
Wait.
Huh?
What district in the back streets are you from?
District 17. It was a decent place.
Would you say that the part of the back street you grew up in was hellish? Also hellish.
I mean, no matter how horrible a neighborhood may be, people still live there. And anywhere inhabited by people is hell, one way or another.
Yeah. People will be people in the end. I suppose each corner of the back streets has its own woes. Throughout my lives, I always fought to protect others, though I rarely ever managed to protect anything flawlessly. Want a cig?
Thanks, but no thanks. I quit smoking long ago.
Really? Didn't expect that. In the part of the back streets I was brought up in, the neighborhood would constantly change. I wouldn't say my neighbors had their hearts in the right place, but some of the adults there were kinda nice to me. Although they'd usually be gone without a trace or end up rolling around in the streets with their limbs chopped off in the next morning.
Sheesh. That's a rough mess, even for the back streets. District 23 really did live up to its rep, huh?
It was when the turf wars and purges between the syndicates were at their peak. Just like what's happening on Lobotomy Corp's nest right now.
And you managed to survive that. Even adept fixers would avoid going there.
It was the only place I had. Couldn't even imagine moving to another district where there was less bloodshed. I was just desperately looking for ways to survive in that hell.
Compared to District 23, even the carnival or those smiling faces look like child's play.
Yeah. Soon enough, I began to constantly seek ways to protect the people around me in that hellhole. You can tell much about a society from the vocabulary used by its people. The language used in the backstreets is often simple and straightforward. They picked common words found in everyday life. They don't bother making up special terminology. That applies to things that have become part of their everyday life. They're often even more relevant than the original meaning of those words.
I guess the 5 fingers, like the thumb and the index, and the sweepers are prime examples of that.
People in the backstreet strive to gain wealth and power. They can't afford to pursue anything more than the things to keep themselves alive. You know what's funny though? Even if one were to have power, that power would only strike down, not up. The victims in the backstreet were potential perpetrators who just weren't strong enough. Let me tell you about the story of a kid named Collie. 7 years old at that time. The first thing the kid remembers was crying alone in the corner of an alleyway surrounded by blood and guts. She didn't have anyone to call friends. People around her would all disappear sooner or later. Most kids her age were either abducted by sweepers or treated like their toys. Small kid couldn't do anything but watch in silence. It was by sheer luck that Collie could survive until she was 13. Cherished the good fortune she was given, Collie observed and observed in order to survive through her own effort. So, Collie made it to 20 years of age, following strategies of her own. And she finally became a fixer. There wasn't much else she could do.
You thankfully didn't join a syndicate or anything, huh?
Kid swore that she wouldn't stoop to their level. Collie, the fixer's life, got on a stable track sometime after she started working. The work fit her well, thanks to the environment she grew up in.
Oh, I was the same too.
She thought she could now protect her neighborhood living in the same apartment, given that she had some power being a fixer. The streets Collie was living in were still quite dangerous. And she thought she ought to return the favor to Mr. Sean next door and Mrs. Goops upstairs, her neighbors, who she was indebted to. Those two would often give food and drink to Collie ever since she was a child. They were two of the only people she had known for a long time. They were like family to her. Out of gratitude, she gave them some of the money that she earned.
That was nice of her.
You know how they repaid Collie for all the money she gave them for more than a month?
I guess it wasn't anything good, judging from the flow of your story.
They conspired with the other residents of the apartment and broke into Collie's house while she was asleep, biting her hands and feet while looking for a safe.
Yeah, I see what they were up to. They must have thought Collie was keeping much more money in her stash.
Yep, they really did try to rob her. Collie couldn't believe it. Not because she found herself bound, because she woke up. It was because she saw filthy lumps of greed crawling around right before her eyes. Just a day before, they used to be her friendly neighbors. They understood the agony of loss better than anyone. Kali only hoped that the money she gave them would be used in meaningful ways. She just wanted to protect them with her newfound strength.
Stereotypical people, weren't they? I'm sure Kali didn't just let them get away with it like a fool, yeah?
She didn't. Kali was stronger than they thought. She could forcefully snap the ropes binding her at any moment, but she chose to wait. She wanted to believe all of this was just a misunderstanding or a prank. The repulsive words they spat out so casually. Talking about how this was their opportunity to use her money to move to a different place. It was neither a dream nor a misunderstanding, but a cold truth.
So, did those son of a bitches get what was coming to them? Man, it's upsetting just hearing this story.
You're right. She killed all of them. And Kali burst into tears, covered in the blood of her neighbors. Kali's neighbors, who she had been protecting from violence, were no different from the others in that they would resort to violence themselves once they had power. The savage cycle wouldn't stop no matter who she tried to protect.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like there's no point in having any sympathy. I also struggled a lot thinking about what's right and wrong during my early days as a fixer.
So were you?
A neat and sensible fixer who rationally handled his work, so to speak. I held up a decent reputation.
And then you plummeted to grade 9 all of a sudden.
That I did. Anything can happen in life. I mean, the legendary Kali is now standing in front of me, too.
That's true.
To be frank, there was a time when I went batshit insane and ran amok. Didn't care about the consequences at all. I made a lot of enemies back then. The sensation I felt still reverberates in my head sometimes.
You also went through a lot, huh? I can see it in your eyes. I wouldn't say I'm exactly the same being as Kali anymore, but she still rests within me.
Seems like it. You're upright and honest, unlike most fixers I've seen.
I've talked too much. I'm gonna go to get some sleep.
Sleep tight, Kali. Gebura lore!
Gebura lore!
I don't have anyone else to throw on Gebura, so... Question mark?
Maggie, you got anyone? For your wife?
Huh?
You got anyone for your wife?
Got anyone for my wife? I mean, I do have, like, one person, but if we need somebody for Keeter, I want to save them for Keeter. Top of my head, no.
I mean, I technically have one.
No.
Amaranth.
Amaranth. I remember her.
Very tall, very short hair. Pretty much all you need to know. That's going to get really tricky when you have to get a fifth one now.
What color hair?
Her hair color is black. Well, dark brown, technically.
The game already gave me an unpleasant expression, so I'm just keeping
Perfect.
that. Okay.
All right, May, you ready to do it again?
Let's go.
We have to fight Mountain of Smiling Bodies first.
Don't you love Mountain of Corpses?
Actually, I don't think he was that bad in Lobotomy Corp.
Oh, he's real bad.
He is?
I'll
I don't think
type
I
it
had
to
a
you.
problem with him. I think that was one of the few of the, because he's a Aleph, right? I don't think
Yes.
I don't think I had a problem with that one. Aleph, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't remember having a particular problem with him when I played Lobotomy Corp. I know he can be a problem, though. I do somewhat remember that. Okay. Alright. I think the design's pretty sick, though.
I mean, if I ever made a Necromancer, this is basically what I wanted to, quote-unquote, be creating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an army of skeletons. I have one skeleton that was made from a bunch of people. I don't have zombies. I have a singular zombie. Yes, that's the entire village.
We've got a sick remix of Third Trumpet.
It is really good. And once again, Gebura should not have the ability to have red mist powers right now, so this is going to be really easy. It's the next fight that she's supposed to have it. I mean, this is all because we very smart and tactical in our decisions to go do as much story time as possible. Not because we just decided to prolong Gebura until we needed her. Right, Puma? Yeah, looking forward to Bina doing the exact same thing. Not supposed to have Bina until like her third phase. Actually, I think even if Bina doesn't even show up until you're supposed to have her. So, I suppose let's try and make small talk, because we have nothing else to do. How are you doing, Mega? I assume the answer is soup.
Soup. My soup is delicious.
What kind of soup?
It's wild chicken rice.
Good choice.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious. I wanted to try the regular one. I like their brand of spicy chicken noodle soup, and that's really good.
No, makes sense. How's the regular one?
It's good. I think I missed the spice. So I think I prefer spicy.
You're like the rest of us. Your taste palette has evolved.
I used to be really bad about my spice.
Me too. 2 decades ago. Now I cook with hot sauce all the time, so nothing's boring.
I really like using sriracha, yeah.
It's a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Also, sriracha mayo is great. I like some good sriracha mayo.
Oh, it's really good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I still don't know, like, what my direct, like, spice level is of what, like, is my maximum yet, because I feel like my spice level changes every time I eat something. Because on one hand, I'm like,
you're getting tolerance.
Like, yeah, this is fine, and then other times I'm just like, this is a lot spicier than I thought it'd be, and then other times I'm dying. It's
okay. Never take the challenges to eat the spiciest food ever. It's not worth it. It will teach you that there is always a limit.
I did one time have a ghost pepper salsa that was pretty good.
Sounds delicious.
It was really good, and not as spicy as I thought it was going to be, but the person that we got it from had taken the seeds out of it, and so he said
that's the main point, yeah.
He said that takes out, like, most of the impact, from what I understand.
Yeah, similar to jalapenos.
Oh god, I love a good jalapeno taste.
I mean, I really like making jalapeno poppers.
Ooh, that's the good shit. That's the good stuff.
But again, you remove the seed, so it's not a problem.
One of, like, the ways that I was able to, like, build up my spice tolerance was I started eating jalapeno chips.
Same.
Specifically the crunchy ones. I think they're the Tim's ones are the ones I'm thinking of, but they have, like, that nice extra crunch. Oh my goodness. They were delicious. They're still, like, spicy for me, but I can pound a bag of those easily.
The reason I was actually doing jalapeno chips is because I liked them, but I couldn't just devour them. So it was a great way of making sure I didn't eat too many potato chips.
That's fair. That is fair. It did not stop me. It did not stop the fact that my mouth was on fire. I kept on eating them.
So Gebura definitely likes spicy food, right?
Yeah. I can see her liking spicy food.
Oh, I could also see the joke of her not liking spicy food.
I wonder... I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe it just depends on how she's feeling that day. If she likes certain spicy food or not.
I mean, she's really the trash goblin in the sense of she will eat whatever is put in front of her. She needs food. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain of Smiling Bodies is annoying.
Simply because it takes forever, yeah. It keeps dividing. It's not difficult, I agree. It's just time consuming. You know who I think really likes spicy food, but is going to mock you about it? Dina. I mean, she wants to prepare in a very sophisticated way.
But would she like a spicy tea?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think she'd be more offended by stuff like milk teas.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I don't think Vina likes boba.
No, I think she really... I can see that.
I think she's disgusted that it's popular.
Finally!
Nice.
Alright, game faces.
To
Episode 4.
4. Yes. Let me get to it real quick. There it is.
By game faces, I mean game faces you two. I don't have to do shit.
Alright, I'm good.
I guess you can't exert as much power as the Red Mist did in her time. In her prime.
Seems so. I can't see myself to be identical to Kali either.
What's the big difference between the Red Mist and your present self, though?
I used to be able to freely wield ego. I was probably the only one in the city who could manage such a feat. Weapons and armor that resonate with your own heart. Who could imagine that? Now I can't handle those egos as smoothly anymore.
But the librarians can use ego now, right?
True. We aren't in full control of the ego we use. We're just temporarily acquiring it from abnormalities.
So, if I'm getting this right, we're basically borrowing powers from the creatures we call abnormalities in the form of ego.
Pretty much it. We're not in a state to use them properly.
And so the Red Mist was?
Well, the sword I used to wield was extracted from someone else, but the armor was my own ego. Those empowered me greatly.
I mean, yeah, no one could have seen that coming. Weapons and armor that resonate with the mind? Your foes must have been helpless against them.
It's not all that convenient. Since it literally links up with your mind, you risk getting consumed by it as well.
And the distortion happens if you're gobbled up by it?
Suppose so. Every time I used ego, it felt as if someone were talking to me. They're what I desperately needed to hear, but at the same time, those words are things I don't want to listen to. It was like a raging torrent that could sweep my consciousness away if I ever lost my grip.
Not sure I felt that. I guess it's because the ego we use here are adjusted by Angela in advance.
I'm mostly worried about I'm mostly worried about what may happen when people out there start manifesting and using ego.
Who gave you access to such amazing gear, anyway?
Carmen.
The person who supposedly led the research to cure humanity, wasn't it?
Right. Carmen was from the nest, but she wasn't afraid to hang around the back streets to give her fervent speech. Or fervent? Fervent? Fervent. Okay. She wasn't going to last long if she kept that up, if we're being honest.
So you helped her out of pity or something?
Not a chance. I wasn't naive enough to serve anyone without payment. I simply wondered just what exactly a nest dweller would know about the agonies of the city to be so passionate about the matter. She brazenly went on about her absurd claim that she can break the ever-repeating cycle of suffering that goes on in the city. I got mad that some dweeb was spouting off like she understood everything. So I grabbed her and snapped at her. How dare you rattle on us? How dare you rattle on about that? What do you know about the pain and suffering people in the backstreets go through? I yelled. I thought Carmen would whimper on the verge of tears. But she, instead, kept a straight face and retorted with a question. What do you know about the pain in the nest, then? She said she'll tell me all about the pain and agony of the nest, so I should teach her about the suffering of the backstreets in return. She was so shameless. I didn't like how she acted so brash for someone so weak. Her eyes and voice, on the other hand, carried a certain energy. She said even the weakest people could gain the power to easily topple the head if they set their mind to it. That she will give everyone the therapy to grant such power and mindset. She gave me her card, telling me to come over if I was interested.
That was before you got assigned to color, right?
Yep. I was a grade 2 back then.
You bought into her borderline cultist... You bought into her borderline cultist hooey despite being a grade 2?
Oh. I believed her because I was experienced, actually. I'd met countless swindlers and hacks in my life, but something about Carmen told me that she wasn't one of them.
Just what kind of person was she?
Anyways, I decided to count on Carmen. If I could protect this person, maybe this world might change. Maybe fewer people would have to suffer the same kind of pain I did.
That's why you worked practically for free, huh? All the while, you did unbelievable things, becoming a living legend and getting a color.
Those were just extras. Doing meaningful work was enough for me.
You sure are strong. And stupidly honest.
Heard that a lot.
Thanks for the stories, by the way.
How about a cig?
No thanks. Still got loads of work to do. I think I just get to do this battle and there's no cutscene after, right?
Correct. You have to decide to do the realization. You're good.
Alright, Mega, this is a new one.
Oh, too. I have seen the picture. Because it was on a Admiralities that didn't get used in Lobotomy Corp. Can't believe they deprived us of a hot vampire man.
Right?
I mean, I'm not biased. I'm not a bouncing pink bat or anything.
I remember this one being kind of rough, but only like the base fight.
Yes.
I remember the realization being easier.
I never had problems with either one, but I imagine if you aren't good at making a Gebura deck yet, because, you know, this is probably one of your first times experimenting with it, it could be tricky. Especially if you try to onrush. Like, if you're really into onrush, don't be into onrush, kids. It's not worth it. To briefly explain what onrush is, when you kill an enemy, immediately onrush again. So you can do a chain attack and have her onrush and kill everything at once. It looks really cool. It's not worth doing.
I have a different thought on Onrush as to why I take it.
I think it's really good in the few fights that it's very, very good at.
I think it's great for winning hard clashes.
Sure, it is a big number. I think, for example, using it to stop ranged attacks is really useful. But I know a few people who would bring like 3 onrushes and not just
what?
1. Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No.
Like, I want to be clear. It's not a bad card. You should probably bring 1 of them, just not 3.
Gebura,
Especially don't save the card trying to do the really cool technique. That's another mistake I see a lot of people do. It's fine, Mega. After getting your hot vampire husbando last week, look, there's another one.
My goodness. You know, my collection of hot vampire men is growing. I've gotten like 3 of them, I think, in the last year alone.
It's making a comeback after the oversaturation that aughts.
Vampire's great!
Oh, also, Rose is very offended she's not on Gebura's floor for this fight in particular.
Volley's over here thinking like, this isn't the first time I've had to fight vampire. Probably not the last.
Yeah, give me a moment and I'll restart and you'll fight a bunch of them. Well, Navali won't.
Yeah, no, Navali's out. No, Navali's doing other... She's playing other shit. But she's gonna have to go through her own emotional stuff, so who knows? She might actually prefer if she was actually fighting the vampires instead of her own shit.
No, you're just going through a Dimitri arc. Fine.
It really is a Dimitri arc.
Gebura, I need you to hit something.
Yeah, I'm noticing this is tricky. Those bats are slaughtering you right now.
Yeah, they start with really high strength. Oh my gosh. Everything's fine.
I believe you. I mean, I know you're lying to me, but I'm going to choose to believe you. So how do you feel about your vampire murder?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, well, I'm doing what Gebura would do, and that's defeat the enemy. I think the key to victory is defeating the enemy.
What brilliant insight. The key to winning is winning.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, okay. This one's going...
Got this?
Oh, yeah, this one's going much better.
Should we get ready for have a big emotional scene?
Probably.
I mean, we're technically live. Do you want to talk about how your hot vampire man is absolutely a monster? Mega?
In ZZZ
Yes.
or yeah, he's great.
Last week.
Yeah, he's great. I have been having lots of fun in the endgame content with him. I think Deadly Assault hasn't reset yet, right?
I don't think it has.
Okay. I know the other one did.
Defense did. Yeah.
Yes, I did that, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I assume, like me, you just instantly cleared it with all that strength. It was very fun.
I think I cleared both the final level with using my Miyabi team and then using my Hugo team. I think I only totaled like a minute and 30 seconds between both of them.
Nice.
Like, as in, like...
Total.
Total,
like,
yeah.
each one was 45 seconds, yeah.
Yeah. Which, the only thing that I still need to be doing to make my Hugo team better is I just need to keep ranking up Lycon. I just need to keep working on making him better, because...
Similar to make Hugo better, you need to make his boyfriend better.
I need to make his... yeah. Because Lighter is able to keep up very easily with like his core passive and his damage output for when he is on the field. When I switch to Lycon, though, Lycon's damage, even though he is my stunner that I keep out more often, to switch into Hugo, he is
Just not
notably, yeah, he's just not keeping up. To be fair, he does have, like, if I remember correctly, his impact is at least 30 below Lighter. I do have Lighter's W engine, so that does make sense why he is not doing, like, similar damage output or just keeping up with what I need him to do. That said, given what we saw with that anniversary event, I'm getting his W engine, so that will go away very easily.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Week and a half from now?
Yes, and I'm still crying, trying to get my M1 lighter. My boys are expensive.
They don't want to come home with you.
No, I think this is like Lighter's polite way of trying to tell me that I should just get Caesar when she pops in for part 2.
I think I know the problem.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a lot of people who are attracted to men to come home with you.
That's fair. Listen, I thought bribing Lighter with money would work, but it's had the opposite effect. Really had the opposite effect on Hugo.
He doesn't need money.
Yeah, it's funny though. Guess, every single A-rank that I've still continued to pull has still been Anton.
He's trying to help.
He's doing his best. Yeah, I'm seriously debating right now if I should keep saving, or not should keep saving, if I should start saving so that I can just get Caesar when she comes up on her rerun banner for phase 2. Because it will be infinitely easier to get her if I do that.
Yeah, I mean, especially since I assume you only have like 20 more pulls. That carries over.
I have about 40 pulls left for
Sure. Still carries over.
hard pity. Yeah. So I could.
All
Right. Episode 5?
I mean, you have to click a couple more buttons.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make some changes to my team, and I'm gonna use the restroom really quickly, and then we'll do this. So please feel free to keep going. I will make a meowing noise when I'm ready.
It's fine. You can actually put us on break. It's okay.
I will do that. And we are back. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We're gonna now do the realization that we were trying to get to.
Wowee. Surely nothing bad will happen here. This is just a friendly scene with Gebura. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got...
Is this episode 5?
Episode 5.
Okay. Book of the Red Mist. I was called that back then. Meeting my past self in person reminded me of a lot of things.
You don't get the opportunity to confront yourself often.
I certainly brandished my blade trying to protect many friends and colleagues. Even if I couldn't meet the expectations, even if I couldn't save them all.
Yeah, that's how the Red Mist was. Not a lot of people can fight solely for the sake of others.
Kali the Red Mist, Gebura the Sephiroth in L Corp, and my present self, librarian. My 3 lives may not have been the same, but my spirit has carried over.
Well, do you find yourself miserable right now?
Not really. I do think it's laughable, though. I failed to protect everyone and ended up here like this. Still, I can say for sure that I did my best.
Don't you have a grudge against Angela for bringing you back and forcing you in here? And that she stole the fruit of everything you risked your life to protect, didn't she?
She's probably still wondering herself. Thinking about everything she went through. I honestly can't blame her so harshly for doing what she did. So I want to reserve my judgment until I've seen for myself the end of the path that she's taking. If I unleashed my rage at her now, nothing would change. It would only perpetrate the chain of fury and vengeance.
You didn't even get to fully protect anything in your lives. How could you move on from that like it was nothing? You always tried, but others would steal from you and take advantage of you.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel any anger or regret. Even though I couldn't protect everyone, save the ones I could.
I'm not like you. I couldn't even protect the one person at my side. I don't have anyone left. There's nothing around me anymore. All that remains is myself, an incompetent and despicable opportunist. I've become a lump of obstinance before I realized it. Nothing more than a hollow life trying to wrap itself in a glossy package. That day, my world shattered again. Thus began the days of endlessly looking back and retracing my steps. I was on a blind rampage. I raised anything and everything that seemed even just a little suspicious. If you try anything stupid, I'll make you bleed from every hole in your body. Spill it now!
I have no idea. Look, I'll admit, making your wheels out of kidnapped people was a mistake. But, you know, I thought it'd be okay, since there's plenty of humans in the city anyhow.
So, you don't know anything about it?
I don't. I'm begging you, please. I have a family. I still have a daughter, you see, and to raise.
And those gears sitting back there must have had their own families, too.
It's almost complete. I'm this close to bringing back my son. The puppets in this place were made of children who'd already died.
So you're saying that you're ignorant of it?
Yes! The incident didn't have anything to do with me. Can't you just let it slide? Please, my son is over there. He's calling for me.
That thing isn't anyone's son.
Shit. He's totally lost it. Are you not satisfied after what you've done to the middle?
I thought I might get something out of the big shots. All they had to show was a pathetic display of brotherhood crap. And you aren't being much better. You seriously know nothing? I'll happily take a lie, so get your gums flapping.
There's no need to play along with an aimless spite. With his aimless spite, sorry. Speak no more. Just kill us. Let's get this over with.
As you wish.
Roland, it's not like you to rampage like a madman. I understand how you feel, but still...
Don't come any closer if you want to live, Astolfo. I'll cut you down if you try to stop me.
These guys don't look like they had anything to do with the incident at all. It's just a plain insanity, Roland.
If only we could have moved it to the nest. It's all my fault.
You've killed too many. Some may have been hopeless scum, but if you relish murdering so much, you completely lose yourself.
I'm far from done. I still have a whole lot of suspects on my list.
I killed countless... Oh, you're Roland. Never mind. I'm shutting up. Go on.
I killed countless people. The corpses of more people than I could ever remember piled up, forming a hill before me. The further I tried to go into the past, the taller the hill got, and it ultimately became a mountain that blocked my sight. Astolfo was right. I couldn't tell what was going on anymore. That person was also right. I couldn't see ahead. This whole time, I was only looking behind. Do I really want to find a lead to the past events and take revenge? Or was I just looking for an outlet to gush this fury? Is this a simple release of frustration? If I get my revenge this way, what'll be next? Those things no longer mattered. I didn't have the breadth of mind to think about it. In the end, I couldn't protect her. It's my fault. It's people's fault. The city's fault! What will be left of the man who failed to save what he vowed to protect? An empty husk. That's what remains. I don't buy it. I bet you're no different. You're just pretending to be cool-headed. I curse this city for taking everything from me. And I loathe myself for letting it happen. There's no way you can humbly be yourself in this damned world.
Roland, when your raging wrath is about to engulf you, you must quench it and forge it into your weapon. You'll learn to temper it soon enough. Ooh.
Look at the
Spicy.
piano again.
So here we have Roland as Little Red Hood. But Roland is also... this guy.
A bit spooky.
I'm reading the passives, because this is when the realizations start to get difficult. Let's see. Anyway, I had fun yelling a whole bunch.
I had fun taking your line for 2 seconds.
Yeah, Astolfo, you killed so many people.
Really good. It was really good.
Oh, thanks.
I am ill-prepared and giving me a couple more seconds to get the red text. Is that something I can't?
Like the abnormality fight, we need red Roland to land the killing blow on blue Roland, or else this is going to get a whole lot worse.
Okay. Crimson Scar. Are we ready? You want me to speak?
Hit me.
One day, I thought there would be an end to this crushingly grim tale. Messed up, isn't it? This is how a fairy tale without brightness is. I'll chop off the head of the hideous bastard that took my beloved away from me. Can I not go back to the ordinary days when I didn't need to have such violent thoughts? As long as I'm holding the bloodstained blade, this nightmare won't end. The first and last request I do for myself. I won't let go of my sword. Not even when my body is covered in crimson scars. Those sons of bitches who gave me hatred and revulsion. Die! Let me hear your horrendous yelp again! This is payback for what you did to me. Don't stop me, bastard deserves to die. Shut up! You want to hear the excuses of those wolves after all that's happened? I get to be angry too.
Roland is slightly mad.
I want to know, half of these have 3 exclamation points.
Just, that's very slightly mad to me.
he's a little bit upset, very slightly. It's pretty
One of them
subtle.
is in caps lock.
I need at least 5 more exclamation points.
Oh, those are coming up.
Did that vampire have a peekaboo? Was his top kind of open?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He is V cut. That's what you're asking.
Love it. 10 out of 10.
I'm of the opinion that vampire is wearing an outfit that could go on either gender, but is absolutely would be the kind of thing where you're showing a lot of tit if you're a woman.
Yep.
If Roland's mass attacks, I'm going to reset because Gebura is staggered and I can't lose Gebura.
Mm-hmm. By the way, in my opinion, this is the hardest phase of this fight.
Uh-oh! Roland?
Well, he reset regardless.
Roland?
Well.
Roland.
We can fix this, Roland.
Yes, by time shenanigan. Again, in my opinion, the hardest fight in the entire fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Need to find that abnormality that resets time back.
Oh, well. I wish I was kidding. I think Chesed has one too.
Isn't it? It's the one where you have to send an employee, you have to crank it like 4 times, right?
Yes, that is the one in the Bobby Corporation. There are several abnormalities that have time powers in this game.
Okay.
Puma knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Delicious soup.
Honestly, I think the ego page that's the most funny is the one where you, was it 12 seconds to do your entire turn?
That one is funny. It's like 30 seconds, but you get +2 to all dice.
Yeah. That's where you learn, well, if I pick this, I'm going to hit auto battle. There's not enough time.
Compared to the abnormality fight, Roland is ready to throw hands in this one and actually does very decent damage to the wolf.
Yeah. Like, Little Red is honestly very annoying, the first fight, to be clear, because her damage is very, very low. And you really just have to peel for her and pray and probably take a lot of defensive cards. And here, I'm pretty sure if it would be a really close actual fight. Also, I'm reading the librarian dialogue, which I usually barely pay attention to. Geburas are really funny to me.
Why for?
Man, the assistant librarians are just so lit, like, hardcore die for Gebura.
You mean the ones on her floor?
Yes. I'll link it to you so you understand, because I'm not going to read these. It's not a big deal.
Mm. Yeah. They're pretty funny. I could absolutely see Navali and Gebura vibing.
Oh no!
Like, oh.
Yeah, so this is the problem. It had 3 health remaining.
Oh no.
Once you get past this part, you're going to be fine.
Arturius saw the kill.
Oh, Mega, here's a question for you.
Sure.
We've observed the 4 abnormalities on this floor. Little Red, Big and Will Be Bad Wolf, Mountain of Corpses, and Nosferatu. Who do you think is the 5th abnormality?
Is it an abnormality that I would know from Lobotomy Corp?
This abnormality does appear in Lobotomy Corporation.
Hmm. Are they an I'm gonna mispronounce it again. Are they an Aleph?
Yes.
I'm so sad that I looked up how to actually pronounce that word. Aleph does sound so much better.
My first guess is it's gonna be nothing's there because it's Gebura, so that's my first guess.
I'll ask, do you want us to confirm or deny?
I'll do a surprise me.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll get there.
keep it spicy.
We'll get there.
Surprise me.
Do you have a second guess?
A second guess. I mean, if it's an Aleph, I'm sorry, I get
It's
it.
It's fine.
Listen, I'm going to pronounce it Aleph because it sounds better even though it's Aleph.
Olive
mean,
Garden.
Yeah, that's exactly why I really don't like the actual pronunciation. It sounds like Olive.
It does kind of sound like Olive. I mean, the only one that I can kind of think of that may be fitting is Army in Black.
Interesting.
That's a good choice.
That's like that's. I would be. I like the A list that I am excluding from. I really don't think it's this. Is I mean we already have Mountain of Smiling Bodies, so that's already taken. Like I really don't think it's Silent Orchestra.
We've already done Silent Orchestra.
Exactly. Oh no, that's right. That's fair. I have a very strong feeling that Apocalypse Bird is not on here. And
Where do you think
somewhere...
Apocalypse Bird would be then?
Bina.
Why ever do you say that?
Bina.
Listen, I'll confirm that. Yes.
Yes.
I don't think White Knight also is going to be on Gebura, because I feel like that's something that's going to be closer to, like, maybe Hokma. So, I mean, like, I guess it could be Melting Love, but I also don't know if I see that as being fitting. I don't know. So that's why I'm more inclined to say it's Nothing's There. Second guess is Army in Black. Censored could also show up, I guess, but I feel like I'd be a little surprised at that one. And I don't think it's Blue Star. I think that's all the A-list. Is that all the A-list? Did I miss any?
I think you got them all.
Apocalypse, Army, Blue, Censored, Melting, Nothing, Mountain, Silent, White Knight. Yeah, I think that's... Hold on, let me go look at...
If that's not all of them, they're ones that I don't remember.
Yep. Okay, yep. That's all of them. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
This is gonna happen.
I believe. I just fucking, it looks like a fucking child, like a child's drawing of Nothing's There, and it looks so ridiculous. Oh my god, I'm sending it.
Oh, I should mention the other part of this fight that makes it very interesting compared to the original fight. You can kill the Little Red Hiding Hood.
Oh, interesting. I'm sending it to both of you. It's kind of funny looking.
You know what?
Oh my god.
Nothing.
Is he blue?
That's the Aleph form of Nothing There.
Oh my goodness. He looks so funny.
I might genuinely kill Little Red so I don't have to deal with this anymore.
That's fair.
I believe in you. Anyway, Mega, you can see with everything I sent to you, of like, the librarians are funny.
Librarians are pretty funny, yeah.
Gebura is basically just militant about this. How diehard they are is just very funny to me.
I mean, I feel like if I was standing next to Gebura, I would be the same. Although I might cry a little bit because I know I'm gonna be fighting hard shit. But
That's why you would be on Gebura's floor.
Yeah, but Gebura's there, so like, I mean,
ultimately speaking, I don't know if we've explained Gebura's ego pages. A lot of Gebura's ego pages basically say, so anyway, you're all my sacrifice to make me stronger.
Yeah.
And also, I just have to reiterate, it may look stuck with constant restarting on this fight. Once again, once you beat the first part of this, the rest sails by pretty easily.
Yeah.
The worst part is, I think this is not the realization we're going to have the most restarts in.
Which one do you think it'll be?
Dina.
Oh, fucking Judgment Bird.
Explicitly Judgment Bird, you're correct.
I wonder if you can tell that I've had enough of her yet.
I mean, it's Roland. You could say he. I was about to say that's a problem.
Oh, you can't kill Little Red.
You can kill Little Red after you kill the wolf.
Oh.
It's okay, we're only on like round 5.
And the rounds will continue. That is a threat.
I mean, this is the more typical experience for people who are playing Ruina, to be honest. The fact we've been smooth sailing for so long and what? We calling one floor one attempt somehow?
I'm just that
Still
good.
shocks me. On a beta that didn't have ego pages.
Hey, it was Yum Yum's floor.
All praise the Yum Yum.
I promise you this is the hardest phase in the whole thing, Mega.
It's all good.
I've heard of people struggling on Despera and the final phase as well, but you won't. Also, let's be honest. Mega stopped before this, so, you know, she has no right to talk about this, right?
Yeah. I like little like Red Riding Hood. She's cool. She's one of my favorite admiralities in Lobotomy.
She is cool.
She is also super useful.
Anyway,
You can-
anything else you want to talk about, Mega, other than Little Red? But we're stalling for time before we get to the next scene.
My gotcha addiction continues to grow.
What did you get into this time?
That's still the cookie game.
You and my 13-year-old niece.
Fun playing it again. I think all of my Hugo luck went into the game though, because I'm getting better polls in that game than I did when I did my Hugo polls.
So are they the prettiest cookie?
I mean, I think she's pretty. She made me go to hard pity, but I got her.
I mean, here's the most important question for us personally.
Yeah.
Would you smash that cookie?
No.
Hmm.
Because personality.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Personality conflict?
I don't know how many people out there even know what I'm talking about when I say cookie game. But if like the vibe that I get from her is biblically accurate angel cookie.
Fascinating.
I will show you what she looks like, and then I will show you like the biblically accurate part.
Yes, and because we're on a stream and it will be on YouTube, we're talking about Cookie Run Kingdom.
We're talking about a Cookie Run Kingdom, yes.
Mega's other love.
When I'm not playing ZZZ or Love in Deep Space.
Or Star Rail. You were into Star Rail.
Or Star Rail.
Yeah.
I have been playing Star Rail again. Yes, I am.
And let's be incredibly clear, because you do have like 600 hours in Baldur's Gate 3.
I do. I have a lot of hours in Baldur's Gate. You
don't just play gacha game.
True. I do also play Final Fantasy 14. I'm gonna see if I can find the animation of when you pull her, and then you will understand when I mean this is biblically accurate angel.
I hate this fight in Judgment Bird so much.
We're so close.
I'm so sorry.
It's this fight in Judgment Bird. They are the two. Everything else is fine. You won't catch me complaining.
I'm gonna be honest with you. She looks like a regular angel.
Just wait. Just wait. Watch the animation.
So while I will agree with you that she is an extra-dimensional being, that I have so many additional questions from that animation, she still looks like a regular angel, and not a biblically accurate one. She only has one pair of wings. That, to me, is the big sign that she's not biblically accurate.
I gotta double check to make sure her 5-star look doesn't include the extra bits that I'm thinking of, because she does have she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more wings that sprout out in her animation.
Yes, that would make her more biblically accurate. Because for some reason, biblically accurate equals extra wings? Question mark.
And eyes. Wings and eyes.
Oh, true. She doesn't have extra eyes either. Now, I will also state, how do biblically accurate angels fly? Because I don't think extra sets of wings would help. She definitely has a Metatron look. I'll give it to you.
She's very interesting. She's a different kind of like antagonist that they have done so far in this story from what I remember. I will also say for anybody out there who has played Cookie Run and is just like, what are you talking about? I am coming back to the game and I haven't played three of the Beast Cookie stories. So there is that. So
Can I have a cookie to eat?
I will give you a delicious cookie.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
That said, knowing, like, going through the story with her and, like, understanding a couple more things, she is the biggest pass. She is a huge pass. I would run away from this cookie.
As you should for most of the Accurate Angels.
Yeah, it just, like, she is low-key, like, kind of terrified. Like, she's the kind of, like, antagonist that's, like, all, like, happy and, oh, everything is wonderful and, like, come here, isn't this beautiful? Wouldn't you just want to stay forever? It's just so lovely. Like, she's extremely manipulative. Extremely manipulative.
Cold.
Yes, very, very cold. Very cold-like. And everything is, like, angelic themed too, and like paradise heavy, so it's
Oh, I should mention, because I was looking at the script, you might have not realized this, but when was a scientist, that was Eileen's dad.
Oh, interesting.
That's why he talked about turning people into gears.
That makes sense.
Technically, Roland killed Eileen's dad.
Another thing you might not have realized is that the person who was trying to revive his dead son was Jahan.
Oh, interesting. I'm also going to send you my favorite animation. I think it's obvious.
Yes, it's very obvious why it's your favorite.
Yeah. Her. I love her.
So you'd smash her.
No, actually. For me,
Friendship?
she's big friend shape. I just want to give her a hug. I want to give her the biggest hug, and I want to tell her it's going to be okay.
Yeah, we need to go back to our podcasting just so we can get these conversations out of the way outside of streaming.
Outside of stream. I mean, is there going to be any cookie that I think is a smash? It's the one I sent you the other day.
Oh, I hard agree.
I scream.
It's criminal.
Oh
Oh no!
God. She didn't low roll.
Dang.
Though, Wolf has a lot of extra strength.
Oh. Maybe we need to talk about something other than cookies.
I got nothing. I believe... You know what? I'll talk about the actual strategy in this game. Wait. Never mind. It was great.
Oh!
I'll go get the text up. Cobalt Scar. Do like the hungering blue moon filled with darkness. The one thing I can fill is the void inside me is. No matter how much I slow down, shove down, I can't fill the space. What is it? What do I have to fill it with? If I could fill my belly, I would be satisfied. I like to eat whatever I can get. I'm hungry right now. Suffocating. Tips of hands soaked in madness dug through your red flesh. No one will care about my name. If I can't find satisfaction, why don't I just fill this stomach with rocks so I can sink into the bottom? Nothing mattered. I was destined to be bad. Was it my fate predetermined all along? Why is it such a mess? I'll chew you all up! I gnawed and swallowed every worthless piece of meat I found. All humans grow into brutal beings. Why would I be different? So anyway, the reason that the first phase is so difficult is you can't make a deck to ensure you're not killing things, or you'll fail the other parts of the realization. So that first phase, where you have to not kill it, is really tricky, because you need pretty good cards.
That makes sense, yeah.
Roland voted man who needs a hug the most.
Oh, it's gonna get... Probably gonna have to hurt my throat at some of these yellings later. It's fine.
You can give them to me. I'll happily yell.
It is technically your part, so yeah, sure, I'll send you them.
Hell yeah. Oh, I freed the librarian. Hooray, they didn't immediately die.
Over Discord, good?
Sure, yeah. Oh, they did die. Whoops.
As long as Gebura's fine, you're fine. Believe in you. I will return in just a moment. Puma, I believe in you. I've already sent you the next stuff to read.
Thanks. I'm gonna lose this guy.
I believe, no.
Oh, he's still alive.
Whoa.
I'm back. So you have missed nothing. Puma, can I hear the internal screaming as you might have to restart again?
I had some really unlucky timing where I had my ego manifested, but then Gebura wasn't able to attack because he went into ambush mode, so Gebura was staggered and then took a mass attack while she was staggered. As happens sometimes.
I just can hear the internal screaming because you're going to have to do it again, aren't you?
I hope not.
So Roland is a wolf, just doesn't want to go down.
Okay, I have some red text to read. These are Roland's thoughts as he transforms into Mountain of Corpses. Quiet. I said quiet. I don't want to hear any more of it. The further back into the past I tried to go, the taller the mountain got, until it blocked my sight. Silence! That's that, and this is this. I no longer had a path to take. I didn't have the courage to put the corpses away, let alone face them. The faces wearing a sorrowful smile look at me all at once. The things I could not shake off. If only they looked at me reproachfully. If they got upset at me. I won't remember your faces, but you will remember mine. When I covered my ears, the corpses clinging to my body screamed. It's easy to ignore a wound. Revealing it again is the hard part. And then there's just smiles.
Is that Mountain Smiley corpses now?
Yep.
Okay.
I actually love Robo's cosplay.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
So who's the last survivor besides Gebura?
The rando Frank.
Perfect.
The most powerful in Gebura's floor.
The equivalent of Yum Yum.
The equivalent of Yum.
I have Lone Fixer on Gebura. I can actually still win.
Nice.
I'm well aware. It's just gonna get really funny because I think you actually would be better off if Frank died.
Yeah.
You know, Gebura's solo mission.
I'm gonna get all her pages down to 0 cost, and then it's on.
I mean, you're almost there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Not to mention she has plenty of card draw, right?
Yeah.
I'd love to say this is abnormal for Gebura, but sacrifice everyone for Gebura is pretty standard on her floor.
The problem is that Frank is an absolute unit.
We want him to die.
Maybe Frank wants to die too, but he can't.
I think Frank is a girl.
Oh! I'm sorry, Frank. Maybe she wants to die, but she can't. You know what? She is also a redhead, so...
Gebura's protege.
Mm-hmm. Arturius is screaming in the back. Actually, he's dead, so...
Please get your stuff back, Gebura. Internal screaming.
Living on a prayer. Is Frank to be better than Gebura?
Gebura, I need you to lifesteal for your life.
Lifesteal for your life is funny.
The problem is that I can't manifest ego. Because I got knocked out of ego form. If I'm doing things in a weird way, it's because these things deal damage when you hit them. But not when you kill them, so I'm just letting Gebura get the last hits. Oh, there's more lines I have to read. I'm going to read them after this turn. Somehow, Frank is still alive. The blood dried up and bothered me. I'll never be rid of this thirst. I didn't even hope to allay my thirst. I just want an end to this. To a man who desires what he shouldn't, pretense is only a thing of the past. Be honest with myself. Was it for revenge? Wasn't I merely thirsty? I empty this glass for my final moments. They are a greater evil than I. Chew them all up and imbibe the last drop out of them. A night when one is allowed to pursue all kinds of desire. A never-ending, blood-red night. Vengeance was no longer in my mind. All I wanted was to quench the thirst. The repulsive feelings I couldn't swallow ran down my chin. I want to have a little taste of satisfaction. The blood, in its purest and clearest form. With that, eternal happiness will be mine. Roland went crazy.
Roland did go crazy. That said, Vampire Roland looking kind of good, though.
Yeah.
Vampire Roland does look kind of good, though.
No! 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 His defense! His defense! His defense dies countered with my... No! No! My slash! My slash!
Oh no!
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 I had the counter slash ready to go. I intentionally didn't target his attack because I had the counter slash ready to go, and his defense dice clashed with my slash.
No! I'm sorry, Puma, no! This fight looks really hard.
I'm screaming. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally this fight looks really hard. I think my doggo agrees.
I
think I have to BRB for a second.
Hi, Skarn.
I wish you luck for this one, Puma. I need to go check on something real quick.
Sure, go for it. I will do my best. It is so tragic. Gebura, please. Hi, Roland. Hi. You saw the tragedy that played out before you then? No! No!
Ah, I'm sorry, I'm back.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. I set it up with 10 health left.
Oh no.
I haven't been holding push to talk. Let's just get lots of smoke on this enemy so that our lovely ally Roland, our beautiful ally, our trusted and benevolent ally, will be able to finish off this horrible beast once and for all, and it won't take many resets. And then all I have to do is get the rest of my allies killed, and then Gebura will get super buffed.
Yes.
This is all part of my plan.
Believe.
All right, the wolf has 4 hit points.
4 hit points, okay.
It has 4 hit points.
So it's your moment, Red. It's your moment.
All right, Red, all you have to do... Okay, you did it. You did what I needed you to do. Thank you. That was it.
All Red had to do was look at him funny.
Yeah. So we really, really, really need to stagger Roland as fast as humanly possible if we want to get someone got Vord, and if we don't stagger Roland as fast as humanly possible, they're gonna die. Which, eventually, we do want them to die.
But just not right now.
Not right now. In the future. Yeah, see, we got him back. It was Navali. Navali, you're back.
Yay!
I think she's very happy to be back.
I'm sorry, I'm finally back, and yes, Navali, did you enjoy being bored?
You know, I think this is the second time that Navali has been bored by something, because wasn't the last one a plant?
Giant antelope.
Wait, I thought that was 6.
That was
Oh,
6.
you're right, that was sick.
No, because,
Yeah, I know, you were eaten by a plant, you're correct.
I remember because I summoned, my angel, and then ripped it from the inside out.
Sorry, there's so many people getting bored and breaking out of it in my campaign. I just forgot which one happened. It's fine. It happened more than once, and I shouldn't be proud of that. I believe 6 was the one who almost died to it, too. It was real close, and then 6 killed it from the inside.
It was pretty cool.
Not to say that Navali killing a plant from the inside wasn't also cool. I believe he froze it from the inside and like shattered it. That's not right.
Yeah, and the radiant damage of having the also angel thing inside as well.
Yeah, it had a bad time. You spiritual guardian, I remember.
I had a bad tummy ache.
Shambling horrors are no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you fight a giant wolf that eats you, you know where it's from.
I threw on Kazuna / Extreme Fatigue on Gebura since she has plenty of time to heal, and I'm going to bank on all of her allies dying so that she gets a permanent +4 to everything.
Makes complete sense. So, thinking of D&D logic, I do very much enjoy the idea of Navali got eaten by a plant when she's a vegetarian, and 6 got eaten by a herbivore when 6 herself is a carnivore.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty funny.
You're certainly having a much better time than you did last time.
Yeah, in most fights, the scenario that I'm in right now would be like, oh no, it's completely over. Gebura's fine. I'm going to use my allies to get rid of the ads as they cause damage, and I'd like to keep Gebura healthy.
Also, she has to carry you for the next two phases.
Yep. She can comfortably duel Roland.
Oh, Vampire versus Gebura is funny, in my opinion. Vampire Roland, to be clear. At that point, Gebura's at full strength.
Yeah, after this phase, I'm ready to kill my allies against the vampire.
Yeah, makes sense. Because during this phase, using your allies to attack the small fries makes a lot of sense.
Also, my allies are beasts. It's Arterius and Amaranth.
Hey, my character.
Arterius is having fun being Yae. He would.
Oh, he absolutely would.
He would.
Especially because Yae has a unique passive called Madness.
Yeah, like, he's getting more and more into this.
Yeah, we have a much better thing going right now. I think this can carry me through. Our Gebura economy is booming, as it were. With Gebura at full strength, I will have her attack some of these things so that I can keep my allies to peel the bats. Gebura has to deal at least 40 damage this turn or else she takes stagger damage, so that's why I'm having her do it. Arturius is going for it, Skern.
You hear my name? That was not there. I do like sexy vampire Roland.
Me too.
Did you read
Same.
that text?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. My apologies, I've had to run off of constantly this time.
I'm letting the other two die. You know why, Skern. Arturius!
Oh.
He's winning. He keeps winning.
He refuses to die.
I mean, if he lives during this, he's never gonna let Navali live it down. Because I think she died first.
Is Arturius ready for what comes next?
I don't know what could be better than sexy vampire.
Sexy, you're a vampire.
Sexy.
Goodbye, Arturius.
Rip.
It was necessary. Here you are, Omega.
Yep.
I'm gonna read his lines. I couldn't protect the one person by my side. I'm just a hollow husk. Finally, only an empty shell remained there. The shadow of a shell laughed. How pathetic must I have been that even an empty being would mock me. I have nothing left to protect, nothing left at my side. I have nothing. To protect a person, the shell of another is needed. In the shell of a person I love, the reason I exist, I'm not even sure anymore. A hollow being that has nothing but the exterior, that's me. And I bet you're the same. Was the pretense I wore enough disguise to make me look perfectly like a human? Who is the one that wants oblivion? Who is the one that benefits from this insanity? It's your boy.
He looks like he really should take a shower. I think he's got a little bit too much blood on him.
He has killed a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's time for a shower, Roland.
Anyway, you want me to explain the most hilarious part of this fight?
Yeah.
Puma, could you, look at his actual stats and passive?
Shell.
They're ridiculous.
Every 2 scenes, where's the combat page? Uses the combat page where Shell on a random assistant librarian. There aren't any.
There aren't any.
If HP reaches 0, morphs into its second form at the start of the next scene. All forms of damage are ineffective for staggering him. Slash is ineffective for damaging him, and Blunt and Pierce are endured. So ineffective is only doing, I think it's an 1/8 of the damage it would be doing.
Oh boy.
So anyway, I think this is one of the easiest fights in the game.
Nice.
Gebura's going burr. And at this point, despite the fact he is ridiculous, so is Gebura. Gebura, yeah.
Go burr.
I love you. Oh yeah, this instantly kills you if it hits you, by the way, so I do need to do something about that.
Yes.
Oh.
Also, the assistant librarians here, if they were alive, lament how much they hate nothing's there.
I love the look that's on Roland's face. Like, he's just totally gone in this form.
I mean, really, this is just a good old-fashioned duel at this point. A duel that Gebura is ready for.
Something that will probably get passed up, but I want to mention it. When Gebura kills Nothing There Roland, she says, "I think I finally understand a tiny piece of you, Roland." I love this fight because they are alike. Alright, after 2 scenes pass, evolve into the third form. The HP of the third form depends on the amount of HP on this current form has left at the moment of evolution, minimum 70% of max HP. At the start of the scene, recover 50% of maximum HP.
Oh.
Again, I think he's very easy.
Recover 10 HP. On Clash Win, deal 5 stagger damage, but he is weak to Pierce.
You know what we have? A big old sword.
A sword that you can pierce with.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, since I have it open, the actual line Gebura says is, "Maybe I can understand a tiny fraction of you, Roland." I know so Gebura's just ripping him to shreds.
Gebura, go burr.
Also, Gebura beating Nothing's There with Nothing's There is very funny to me.
Hardness. Ignores instances of damage that would deal 10 or less. Regenerative. If the character took 80 or less damage within a scene, recovers 10% of max HP at the start of the scene. Or at the end of the scene.
I don't know, Gebura can do 10 damage per hit. This is the joke. There is no way she's having a problem here. As you might imagine, most assistant librarians basically useless unless they're debuffing. Nothing's there.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the let's just get them killed to make Gebura stronger. I'm pretty sure Gebura's gaining health over the course of this fight.
Yeah.
How would that make you feel as an enemy when you're being used as a health potion?
I do have to be careful about what clashes with what in this fight.
Yes, because you could instantly die if you fuck up. You're not wrong. I think Roland's having a good time.
So I do want Mimic to hit me. Mimic hitting me is a good thing.
You want to explain why?
So Roland has a buff called Imitation, and the more Imitation he has, the better. Yeah, I just want these to hit me. If he loses these clashes, he gains Imitation, which will cause him to become stronger. We've got it. That one's not hard, but you do have to slow down and read.
Yes, it's the kind of thing where if you lose, it's because you didn't check.
All right.
Congratulations!
Thanks. That
Chapter
took a while.
6.
Gebura 6. Oh, boy.
Gebura 6. You did it!
That was a lot. Why should I begrudge it? Since during the hours when my soul crushed the depths of my heart, it was seated there beside me.
How do you find this occasion, Gebura?
I guess my past self in Lobotomy Corp wasn't too different from Roland just now.
Not quite. I saw you run amok in a blind fury countless times back then, and I can say that this wasn't like those past moments. It's not quite the same as me, either.
Hey, both of you. Is that supposed to be some kind of backhanded mockery?
Not at all. Are you feeling alright?
I feel relieved, but something feels kind of off and awkward about it. At least my body's all fine.
That's good. Get back to your work once you've taken over your time recovering from the aftermath.
Well, don't mind it too much. We all have our humiliating moments.
That doesn't make this any less awkward, man.
Roland, I well understand where your anger comes from. But wrath is like a blade with the sharpest edge. If you aren't careful with wielding it, you might end up cutting yourself before you even realize it. So it's important to hold that blade correctly. And the next step would be deciding where to point your sharp blade.
You're right. I gotta be careful not to cut myself with it. Although, I already knew where to point my blade from the start. That's that, and this is this.
Want a cig?
Fine. Just for today. Mega, I think you will be excited about this. Check out what we get!
Whoa! Hello? Goodbye. And then chill.
And we get some ego pages. Crimson Scar lets us turn into Little Red Riding Hood. Cobalt Scar is pretty ridiculous. It does all of its damage at once at the end, and the first die is rolled 4 times, but the other die has to hit. Smile is a mass individual that inflicts quite a powerful debuff, if I'm being honest. Dipsia is a mass summation. On hit, you recover HP for each person who is hit and gain 1 strength next scene. The target also receives 1 strength, but they are bleeding next scene as well. And then, nothing there. You recover HP equal to the damage dealt and inflict 10 bleed next scene.
So anyway, if you make a bird do these, she just never dies.
Pretty cool.
Well, we have succeeded in our goal of finishing the Gebura realization. Why don't we call it there a little bit early so Puma can get the things that he needs to do done.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sorry, I was typing. Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks so much for coming, guys. I'm sorry that took a little longer than I anticipated, but we were in it together.
It's all good. It was a worthy endeavor.
For the sake of putting it on the YouTube video or just mentioning it, I have a lot more practice with the earlier parts of the game, and I've made some of these fights look easy, and now the difficulty's catching up to me. Looks at Kali fight.
Oh, looking forward to the stuff after Start of the City.
Me too. I think I'm actually going to have to practice for that, but I don't mind. It's a fun game.
Bye.
Goodbye, stream. Thanks for